This is Kathleen Long. I'm going live to you from my home office. I am in Bradenton, Florida, the Sarasota/Bradenton, Florida area. Hello. So, I did not invite anybody. I did not change anything. Comments, not set. So, comments, okay. Followers. I'm going to let followers make comments to me because here's what it is part of the process, which I think is fantastic with me and others, is that we're actually learning how to become business owners and how to communicate with people live. And we're moving so fast. We're learning as we go. So the first part I'm going to tell you is that I've never used an Apple computer on a long-term basis ever before. So that's the first thing. So that's interesting that now I'm 100% Apple computer user, okay? But I'm here to talk to you about sound money. And the reason that I am so excited about sound money is because it saved my hide, okay? And many others. Right? So welcome to my office. And some of you have seen my office before. We have the Constitution on the wall. We also have some great prints from veterans, because one of the things that I believe in is giving back to my community when I do service work and stuff. I was not like that at a younger age. I just didn't think about it. I thought about, just my children and getting through paycheck to paycheck. That's all I ever worried about. Well, now I'm 54. I found myself unemployed. I had already lost my house and my whole life savings in the last recession. And lo and behold, I go to launch my business, and here COVID-19 hit. Okay? And then when I went live, there were some breaches that was either the Florida Unemployment Office or somebody else. But I took my systems down for a couple months because I would never allow anyone's private information to get out. And I did tax returns for people that I care about. So that sucked. I'll tell you that. But let's talk about sound money, because that's where we're here for, and that's what the subject matter is today and every day that I come online and talk to you guys about. And what is sound money? Sound money is gold and silver. Now, in the past, historically, gold and silver has been just the game for the millionaires and billionaires. Why? Because you needed at least $10,000 to get in the game, and that was it. Well, guess what, my friends? Technology is here, right? Part of the reason that I got unemployed was because of technology. I took a company and I helped them automate their systems. So I basically worked myself out of a job. Let me try to close these little. I got some people instant messaging me, but I did. So, and I knew for about a year before I lost my job that I would be out of a job, but I committed to that business that I would stay to the end, and I did. And that's one thing that you need to do. My dog's in the office. Can you hear her? But that's one thing you need to do in anything you ever do, is you walk away with your head held high, and all the information that you've learned is in your brain. Nobody can take that away from you. Okay? And don't be afraid to try new things. But sound money is gold and silver. And now, with the great technology of the internet, we're able to have our own gold and silver shops. We are able to have our own smart money wallets where you put your money into a bank account that's free, okay? It's not Bank of America and all these big places. It's free. You put your money in there, and then guess what? In a minute's split second, you can change it to gold and silver. That's right, gold and silver. That's one of the benefits of becoming a member. Okay? And people are like, why do you keep talking about this membership? I don't have time. I don't have time. Well, it takes you literally 5 to 15 minutes to pull out a credit card, bank card, or anything and sign up your membership. So that's not it. Okay? You're not sure. So we have to get you there. We have plenty of videos and information that is available for you to review. But you should take the time to do that, because this is really critical right now. If you look at gold and silver, what it's done during this political environment, it's gone up. Why? Well, because your debt's gone up. And what does debt do? Well, all this money's out there, right? It dilutes the value of what you have in your hand. Okay? So, gold and silver is a hedge against inflation. Inflation occurs when they're spending more money than we have in our economy. So when you see the national debt going up, or you see money bailing people out, all of that gets added up onto the debt, and it makes the dollar weaker. That's it. It's as simple as that. So we've come to the point where we have so much debt that servicing that debt is basically all that we got left. And you look at New York, ask yourself why that they don't want to have the police there. Do you think it's really what they're saying? I don't. I think that they've probably busted their budget. But that is something that I'm just saying. Okay? But let's talk about sound money. So after the last recession, and I lost everything, I had to start over. Okay, so imagine it's 2012, 2013. I stuck it out from 2008 to 2012, and then I finally had to let it go. And I came to a new state with $50,000 less tax money in my pocket. I quickly knew I couldn't stay in New York and survive paying $26.50 a month for my mortgage, and then paying another $700 or $800 a month for school taxes and all that. I did the math, and it made sense. So I put my resume out, and before you know it, I was working in the area. I did come to visit somebody that was ill, and I just never went back. But the decision was the best decision I made. So then what I did was I finally ended up working at a great gold and silver company, the biggest e-commerce company in the country. And being an accountant, all effective accountants know a business from beginning to end. So I got a lot of knowledge on that. When I ran into the business I'm in now and the membership I have now, the prices were cheaper than what I was getting as an employee at the largest business out there. Why? Well, because big companies have big overhead. It's as simple as that. They built in the cost of their overhead, and they kindly passed it on to me. And the prices I'm paying now are cheaper. Why? Because I am only paying for my own overhead. Okay? And how am I doing that? Well, here's the kicker. You work for a company. You keep working. Home Depot, Walmart, some big chemical company, an accountant somewhere. You do that. That's fine. But when you get your take-home money, okay, you've worked real hard for that money. Are you going to just let it dilute? Or are you going to risk it in the stock market, where I can't figure out how the market's valued right now as it is? And if you look, all of the things in the stock market are technology. Technology's moving pretty fast, right? So, I mean, they're going to become outdated and continually have to replenish their ideas to compete with one another. That means more and more costs. So for us, I'd rather stay and be my own company, right? I'm a plan A, but it's my plan B now, my plan A. But you take your money you earn and you buy gold and silver. So buying dollars with dollars is not a taxable event 99% of the time. Why is that? It's the law. Okay, so I buy a peace dollar here. It says it's $1 on it. Say I paid $20 for it at the time. The $20 goes into the shelf and it stays there. It doesn't degrade. I pull it out now. Guess what? It's probably worth $40. Wow, that's magic. Well, it's not. It's actually the way, actually just retaining the actual original value of what it was. So, we have a great program where you could start your own business. I did it for I'll round it up, $500. When I did that, I got a great couple coins in there. Plus, I got strategy books, training, my own virtual office. And yeah, I need a lot of training because I've never done marketing or advertising or any of that stuff. I don't know how to socialize with people. I'm just there, you know. So for me, it was a gold mine. But the coin that I got, which is Miss Liberty, it was only made for 7kmetals.com/Longs Collectibles, your name. And those members got to buy that coin for about $200, $215, somewhere in that range. I actually ended up with 2, and that's the 1 ounce. Well, I've sold both of those coins, and I am not that happy to not have the coin, but I sold one for $450 and one for $300. So look at the math, right? I get my membership cost back. But not only that, all of what I do now gets written off as a tax write-off. Because if you are a person that works at a company, you should always have a side gig. The side gig lets you write off your mileage in your car insurance, your cable bill, your phone bill, your computer you buy, traveling that you do, meals and whatnot that you do. All of these deductions make it cheaper to have a membership than not. And then at the end of it, you have gold and silver that you saved. What is better than that? Getting paid to save your own money and to stop it from degrading. I mean, how could you not do that? So I looked at that. I did it for myself, and then I turned around and I did it for my 2 children because I love them dearly. And I, after losing everything, wanted to leave them something, right? So you could be a grandparent or a grandmother or a mother, and you can set up memberships for your children too. You can do it 2 per address, and then they can start their own saving, okay? And on top of that, they can actually earn money through sharing the membership program. So remember, when I buy a coin from myself, I also give myself points, credit, and I get those I can convert into dollars. So that's part of my benefit. The other benefit I have is I can actually buy medical, okay? I can quote medical. If you have medical with another company, you can buy medical that covers that $1,000 to $5,000 out-of-pocket deductible, okay? So we've got many avenues of ways that you will benefit. So one of the great coins that I like to get is the State Series coin. I've said about this before. I'll just pick out Louisiana because it's sitting right there on the edge. But this is the American Silver Eagle. It represents what we've all done is the $1.2 million mistake. The $1.2 million mistake is if you'd have bought an American Silver Eagle from 1986 till now, every month, and done that, it would cost you 40 grand, maybe 50 grand, depending on your shipping costs. But you would have $1.2 million in your collection. $1.2 million. What do you have now? I at least have these. So you got to ask yourself, okay, can I afford to not do this program while we have such conflict in our country, while the uncertainty of the economics is going on? The only real money that's ever sustained a long period of time has been gold and silver. All of the banks, all the millionaires and billionaires, all of the politicians have gold and silver. So why is your broker, if you have a broker, or investment portfolio guy not telling you to buy gold and silver, or just telling you buy 10%? 10%? Really? Well, it's because they want whatever percent that you can save of your dollar that you give them. That's a bigger amount of money that they can make a margin on. They get paid as a broker to take your money and put it in the stock market or whatever other funds going on. I'm telling you to be a member of a great group of people. We're believers in ourselves and in each other and in you. We're telling you to buy your membership. Become a member. Buy your own gold and silver from yourself. Become your own business. Write off all of your overhead. Pay less taxes. Why would you pay more tax than you have to? If you can actually work a second job or overtime, or even work the 40 hours that you are right now, you can certainly take 10 or 15 minutes to sign up and become a membership like I did. So you can get a hold of me at 845-380-2647 and get more information, or you can go right to my website, 7kmetals.com/Longs Collectibles, and that's ABLS, all lowercase. Or you can, if you fumble the website, you get in there, when they ask you who told you about it, you tell them Kathleen Long, and then you'll be on my team. We have calls every day to help each other. We've got great new programs, great coins coming out. We have one that's coming out that's a Trump coin that I know a lot of people that are Trump fans are really waiting for. And you have to, that's going to come out real soon. But if you're not a Trump fan, we also have what's called the White House burning. That's another one coming out. And it's only available to 7kmetals.com/Longs Collectibles. 7K Metals members only. And Miles Standish, okay, is designing this with such detail that I am sure that coin will have price increases just like Miss Liberty did for me. And I will make sure that I get her. Now, if you've never heard of Miles Standish, I will plug his book. And the reason I'm doing that is because I've gotten to become quite a fan of Miles Standish. He is a loving, kind person. He's gives you his personal number and he answers his calls. That's something special with somebody who has a great charity for children. So when I do sell some of my coins online, you know, you'll notice that 10% goes to charity. I choose that charity because it's for children. And I am thinking in my life now, at 54, it's our obligation to help the people that are underneath us to not lose their homes and not tell their kids, please be quiet at the end of the day because they've had so much, you know, of a day and stress, that they can live a better life than that, spend more time with their families, go on vacation, and just live a little better than it's been. And I have great optimism with the younger generation now. I've been working with them in my service work, and they're smart, and kind and loving. And I see many of them becoming very, very faith-oriented as well. And that's great news to me. So anyway, if you want to become a member or you want more information, you can text your first and last name to 845-380-2647. I'm Kathleen Long, and I have a goal of trying to change other people's lives for the better, and that includes myself and my children. So if you don't want to be a member, you can certainly go on my store and shop. Here is my information. That's my email, and there's my website. I'm pretty sure you can read that. But don't be the person that doesn't recognize what has happened to our dollar. I know when you go to the grocery store, or you are paying your light bill, or if you go to buy a smartphone that costs, what, $2,000 now? Have you not noticed how hard it is to just buy basic items? I have, and I know you have too. So take the 5, 10, 15 minutes to sign up and get a membership. Get involved. You will thank me. You'll thank yourself that you did it. So God bless you. Have a fantastic day. I don't know if anyone's listening to me or not. I'm probably just talking to myself. But if not, thank you so much for listening. And don't be afraid to reach out and ask me questions. I will get back with you. Thank you, and have a fabulous day.